Welcome to this hair transplant progress update video. My name is Richard and I'm currently just about 20 months after my initial hair transplant, which I had back in 2019. It's crazy to say that 2019 seems like ages ago. But yeah, I'm currently just 20 months, I think 20 months. Yeah, I'm currently just 20 months, I think 20 months after my initial surgery. So as you can see, and I've got it cut quite short now, it looks pretty decent. My head does not shine through as much anymore. And yeah, overall things are looking a lot better. So firstly, sorry for being away for so long. I had a ton of things going on. My wife was away for a couple of months, so I was here with the kids on my own during kind of this half lockdown phase where things were getting lifted and unlifted, etc. And then we got this guy. And now I've been kind of up with Sam for the past month almost now. Yeah. Just getting up at sort of 5 every day and doing puppy stuff, and you know, it is busy time. It's like having another baby, but it's super cool though. I definitely enjoy having him. 2 of my dogs are getting on really well, so it's good time for me. Okay, so before we get any further, let's take a seat and have a look at what my hair looks like right now from all sorts of different angles, so you can judge for yourself. Okay, so that is kind of what it all looks like from side, front, back, etc. As you can see, I still have this like bald patch at the back, but for that to be fixed, we really will need another hair transplant, which right now at this point in my life is not looking like it's gonna be this year, maybe next year. Just need to wait for everything to calm down in terms of COVID and etc., so that I can travel freely. And maybe at that point I might go and get another transplant done. Looking at other sites, there's a guy called Mr. Rolandis. If you go to his YouTube channel, he's just had his second hair transplant. Now, I remember he had his first transplant pretty much around the same time as I did mine, and he's obviously done the sensible thing. Now I'm going for a second one. It's actually looking pretty good, so it's an interesting watch. I'm definitely gonna follow and check what he's doing to see, you know, how his second transplant turns out. So cool stuff, and same for you guys. I know there's a bunch of you who have had, like, you know, 2 or 3, some even 4 transplants, and you know, seeing the results from that. By the way, if you have had more than 1 transplant, let me know how the second and the third one goes. Are the results, you know, really worth it? If you compare between your first and second, for example. Overall, I think, yeah, if I did a second one, to come in a little bit closer. So here you can see where the transplanted hair is. It's actually okay. I mean, I was waiting before this video, I was waiting to grow my hair out a little bit more, and then I did grow it up quite long before I got it cut. Then I went to the barber, so I was gonna have just the back trimmed, but the guy who was cutting took about 1 inch off the top as well, and I quite like it this length, and I might keep it like this. I think it's quite it looks decent, and also it's quite comfortable for me because I do a lot of sports, so it makes it easy for me to sort of look after my hair after, you know, excessive sweating, etc., just to make sure that, you know, my hair stays healthy. But also for you guys who have recently had hair transplants and are just going through the initial stages, if you follow my results and you see, you know, how things progress, you will know that, you know, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, it's just the beginning, right? And even at the end of your first year, when you think, right, this is the full results. It's actually not the full results. Your full results, probably even for me, it's not full results. I'm still waiting for stuff to happen. And as you saw when I cut my hair off, when I went for the #1 all over in, what was this, in February or so? Yeah. When it regrew after that, I think it actually made it better. I think it made my hair a little bit harder than it was. It was really like soft and like this like fluffy baby hair before. Now, I'm not saying that now it's super dense and super hard, but it's better than it was. So I think it's just stuff that will take time. And the good thing is with your hair transplant, if you want to, you can always cut it back. It's not really that big a deal, right? Because it's gonna grow back. Whereas before, I remember when, you know, my pre-hair transplant days, I always thought, okay, I better not cut it too much in case it doesn't grow back, right? But with your hair transplant, it's different. Once it grows out, you can keep cutting, and if anything, I think the more you cut it, the better, right? Keep cutting, keep trying things out, see what suits you, what suits your face, your image better, before you stick to something, right? There's no point of, you know, getting a transplant and just keep growing it and combing it over and hiding things up. To be honest, if it doesn't look good long, keep it short, right? If you want it to look good long, I guess you'll need probably, you know, 2 or 3 hair transplants at least. I mean, even for me, I get a little bit conscious sometimes when I see myself from up. So if I see myself on CCTV or something like that, then I get a little bit conscious because I can see the top bit shining through a lot, especially daytime, when it's sunny outside. If you get an image of me from like higher up, that whole middle bit shines through quite a lot. But you know, like I said, I think that's just something that will need an extra hair transplant to thicken it up. But for now, I mean, this way it looks pretty good. I'm still super happy with my results. But yeah, as far as second transplant, I don't have anything booked or prepared yet. As I said, I'm just waiting for everything to calm down in terms of COVID. I'm personally in no rush to go and get another transplant done. I think it's something that I will definitely do in the future, but I don't have to get it done today. Right? It's one of those things. Is when I'm comfortable, I'll go and get it done. Right now, I've got other things going on, so that's not my priority to get that done. But yeah, things are, you know, improving. As far as like the donor area where they took all the grafts from, that is like fully recovered now. And I think, to be honest, even after the first 8 months, it was already at the stage where you couldn't really see anything there. The transplant area at the top, you can still see some redness sometimes, which is a little bit weird, especially when it's sunny outside, or if I'm sweating a lot, like if I go training for a couple of hours, that part turns really, really red. And I don't know whether it's purely because, you know, of the transplant, or maybe, you know, maybe it's always like that and I didn't notice it before, but I definitely noticed that part a little bit more red than other parts. Maybe it's more sensitive now. I don't know, it doesn't make sense though, because it's skin, right? It's not the hair. But, you know, just something I picked up on. In terms of sensitivity to the scalp, I still kind of sometimes, you know, when I do this, when you pinch your skin together at the top, right? I still sometimes get that feeling a little bit like I had after the hair transplant, where it's a bit tingly, a bit, you know, sensitive. So maybe that's something to do with some like minor nerve damage or something during the procedure. That could potentially be a lasting thing, but it's not enough there to bother me because it's not noticeable on normal day-to-day basis. So as far as 20-month recovery, I think it's probably as back to normal as it has been since, you know, the day of the transplant. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will try to post something again at some point, but probably not frequent updates, because I feel right now I'm kind of going through the same stuff I was going through pretty much around this time last year, where it's growing out, it's progressing well. There's nothing really miraculous and nothing really super interesting going on, so it'd be a bit silly to keep posting the same things. But sorry, if something like really cool and interesting does pop up, I will definitely post it. If I do get my second transplant booked in, I think you guys will be the first to know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for continuing to look at my videos. I hope you guys found this useful and interesting to some extent, and hopefully I'll see you on my next update. If you got any questions or thoughts, do let me know. I know I'm sometimes a little bit slow at replying, but I do look at your messages whenever I get a chance in between my normal day-to-day life and everything else. There's been like weirdly a lot of online stuff going on lately, which has kind of put me off from going on YouTube, because now I've got a lot of stuff that I gotta do online for my day-to-day work. I gotta do a lot of webinars, a lot of video stuff, which is kind of taking up a lot of my time. But definitely, if you post, I will definitely reply to you at some point, so don't think I'm ignoring you or, you know, not caring about your posts. If you got any questions, do let me know. When it pops up on my screen, I'll definitely get back to you. But yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. Look after yourselves, take care, bye for now.